The number of people killed by flash floods that have devastated parts of central Texas has risen to 80, including at least 28 children. A massive search continues for dozens of people, including 10 girls, who were among hundreds at a summer camp when the floodwaters hit. The Guadalupe River burst its banks during heavy rains northwest of San Antonio. Well, President Trump, who's set to visit this area later this week, has signed a major disaster declaration for the affected counties where more heavy rain is forecast. From the scene, our Chief North America correspondent Gary O'Donoghue has sent us this report.
Now into the fourth day of this search and rescue effort, and the death toll continues to rise inexorably. Emergency services and volunteers have been out by the camps ever since the floodwater hit, walking the trails, looking for the missing girls. So I'm just across the river now from Camp Mystic, and you can see where the recreation hall had its whole front wall torn away. There are still some rescue workers over there sifting through the debris because there are still some of the girls missing. But as time passes, now well beyond 48 hours after the flooding, hope of finding anyone alive is significantly diminishing. Debris still scatters the huts at Camp Mystic, where the girls were staying for the Independence Day holiday weekend. And there are parents who still do not know where their children are, like Michael.
We got here and started looking, and the game warden showed up. We went as far as we could downstream. But we don't have the equipment for that, so we're letting them do that, and then we're looking for places that they're gonna potentially be alive.
More than 800 people have already been rescued in the past days, though many did not make it. Conditions continue to be challenging for the rescue teams, with more warnings about further rain and potential flooding. Local officials say they're doing everything they can.
And it was nothing short of horrific to see what those young children went through. And we will remain 100% dedicated, searching for every single one of the children who were at Camp Mystic, as well as anybody else in the entire riverbed, to make sure that they're going to be recovered.
The president has expressed his condolences for the families of those who have lost their lives and may visit Texas later in the week.
You look at that what a situation that all is, and that was really the Biden setup. That was not our setup, but I wouldn't blame Biden for it either. I would just say this is a 100-year catastrophe, and it's just so horrible to watch.
Are you planning to visit Texas, Mr. President?
Probably on Friday. We wanted to leave a little time. I would have done it today, but we'd just be in their way. Probably Friday.
This tragedy is far from over, and while this devastated community continues to come to terms with its loss, it's also starting to ask questions about how it could have been caught so off guard by this torrential flood.
Gary O'Donoghue reporting there. Well, Kathy Clark is Assistant Director for the Emergency Disaster Services of the Salvation Army in Texas, and she spoke to us about what's being done to help those affected.
Central Texas experienced historic deadly flash flooding. 10 inches of rain fell in under 12 hours, causing the Guadalupe River to rise 23 feet, in less than an hour. There's camps and neighborhoods were hit so hard, and we still can't get into some of these areas. And like you mentioned, there's so many lives that have lost, 80 lives, and including children, and some are still missing. The Salvation Army, we mobilized within hours. Our Kerrville Croc Center deployed its mobile feeding unit to the original reunification center. There's several of these set up all over the cities that were affected. We're serving at the City West Church, where first responders are stationed, and we're doing this on a 24/7 basis. Since Friday, the Salvation Army, we've served 2,600 hot meals. We've passed out 16,000 drinks cold, and given out 3,000 snacks or more. And we're not slowing down.